Hello and welcome to another episode in this video series. We're checking out submissions to the DungeonCrawler GameJam of 2026. And in this episode we are going to look into Dungeon Cuisine by Kozure Okami. But before we have a look at the page and then jump into the game, here's a brief overview of this year's Game Jam. This year's DungeonCrawler GameJam has been completely organized by the community, including donations for the prizes. The rules might look complicated, but can be summarized very quickly. Essentially, the goal is to make a grid-based dungeon crawler with first-person perspective like Wizardry, Dungeon Master or Legend of Grimrock. And like these games, the game must have combat or a substitute, a way to win, to lose, and a character value like hit points, which can also be increased. While the game itself needs to be made within the 9 days of the jam, it is allowed to prepare and to reuse code and assets as well as using AI. You also got to pick and implement one of the 4 themes revealed at the start of the jam. In total, more than 75 valid entries have been submitted in the jam, freely available for everyone to try out. And the winners are determined by votes from the community. Purpose of my videos is solely to provide feedback and entertainment. And with that said, let's get back to today's game. Dungeon Cuisine by Kozure Okami. So let's have a look at the page. A DRPG, or as the old schools call it, a dungeon crawler game, which I made for the DungeonCrawler 2026 Jam. My main inspirations for the game are the famed manga anime series Delicious, in dungeon and wizardry games, specifically Wizardry 1-6 and Wizardry 1-3 and Wizardry 6. In addition of being a jam game, it was an opportunity for me to create a prototype of the game I was dreaming to make. Nice. Okay, controls, movement, WS and A and E, move forward, backward, turn left and right. So this is, okay. Apparently we cannot strafe, so I guess that's fine then. Interaction, E, inventory, I, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, browsing inventory using items, cooking station, door and container panels, mouse over left mouse button. Okay, food system. The yellow bar, can we see that on screenshots here? This yellow bar, I guess. The yellow bar below each character's portrait is a food bar. When food goes below 0, you start to lose health. You can replenish food by eating cooked food. Okay. Inventory is browsed and used with a mouse. Each character in your party has an individual inventory. When you want to pick an item, character selection pop-up window appears for you to choose which character's inventory you want to add the item. Okay, we'll see. Cooking. You can cook only on cooking stations. You will see a campfire with a cooking pot on it. Those are cooking stations. There is a bug which you has to press to E twice to activate the cooking station. E was using, right? Yeah, interaction. Ah, okay. The monster you kill drop ingredients, which are actually dead monsters. In the current build of the game, you can only cook the dishes if you have the necessary ingredients and the recipe to cook them. Right now, the recipes are class skills of Mario, who joins you later on near the campfire. He unlocks new recipes as he levels up. Ah, okay, so we first need to find a Mario. When you have the necessary ingredients and the recipe, you can cook a dish. Thief skills. The thief in your party, Lupin, has the backstab skill in combat. If the height check succeeds, he goes into stealth mode, and the next turn he can backstab enemies, which inflicts 2 times to 3 times damage on enemies. Lupin can also pick the locks on locked doors and chests, detect traps and disarm them. His trap, disarming and lockpicking skills increase as he levels up. Alright, notes. I didn't use AI-generated audio in the game. I chose that option in the jam submission form by mistake. Ah, okay. Sometimes the battle suddenly ends and you get no XP and loot. That is not a bug. Enemies can flee from battle and escaped enemies don't give XP and loot. However, I failed to communicate that to players and fine-tuning the escape chance of monsters. Ah, okay, so they might escape a bit too early. Known bugs: don't use a restart button after party wipe. It heavily glitches out the game. Yeah, that's That's not unusual for jam games. Cooking station activates on second click on first use. Yeah. Yeah, I added healing and mana potion, but I added them in the last minute and I failed to write a working code for HP and mana restoring. Okay, so they don't work. Don't chest panels show the message "No thief detected" message in the panel. This is a bug. Lockpicking and disarming traps work. You first need to detect a trap. You keep pressing the detect trap button until trap is shown in the panel and disarm trap button appears. If you fail at disarming the trap, it triggers and damages the party. Okay. Alright, let's have a look at the submission page. Themes implemented. Endgame boss is a dragon. Okay, that's very, very minimalistic. Some graphic assets were downloaded or made prior to the jam. Some audio assets were... graphics assets downloaded or made prior to the jam. Some audio assets were downloaded or made prior to the jam. And this was incorrect. Okay. Yeah, I already started the game and... no, this is for graphics. Okay, so this was not used. Yeah, okay. Alright, so yeah, I already started the game. There was no music, so I was a bit confused here. But yeah, all is right. So, let's start Dungeon Cuisine by Kozure Okami. Here we are in the game and also the tea is ready. Cheers. So, let's have a look around. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Okay. Well, it's just a one-time loading thing. It's a bit slow, the turning, but it's fine. Same goes for moving. Oh, okay. We can go upstairs. Nope, we cannot. Okay. Yeah, you can already see some glitches here with the... where you can basically see through the dungeon where the corner isn't fully filled out. Okay, so it seems like this is turn-based, and every step we are using up food. Oh yeah. Yeah, the movement. This is E, no? Right? Yeah. Okay, can't do that. So, the perspective is fine, but the movement does not feel... Ooh. Okay, let me reduce the volume. Furthermore. Alright. 3 slime, 2 walking mushroom appeared. So we have random encounters, which I guess was to be expected if it was inspired by wizardry games. Okay, attack. Arnold hit slime for 4. And I guess we are now with Lupin. Hide! Okay, Lupin hit in the shadows, and I guess we are now with Deeded, so it would be nice if there was any indication of whose character's turn is right now. Spell, Firebolt. Okay. Ah, we can also click on the enemy we want to attack. Okay. Spells. Though, I guess this will automatically use the attack then. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Attack. Backstab. Spells, and I think we will already die. We don't have any healing, right? Attack. Hide. Spells. We only have Firebolt. Oh no, they fled. Slime gelatin. Who takes the item? Arnold. Confirm. Okay. Search for traps. None. Open. So the what? Yeah. The movement is very slow. It does not queue up commands, and it does also not continuously check. So basically, you need to. The door closed. So you basically go a step, then you need to wait until it's fully completed, and only then you are allowed to press another key. Otherwise it will just ignore the input, which is, yeah, makes the whole navigation not feel great. Okay, try to pick the lock. Ah, no thief. We yeah, that was the error. Try to pick the lock, and now we can. Fire trap triggered, and we have 10 mana potions, which are broken. Okay. Well, we have inventory. These were mana potions, right? Yeah. Just checking how we can... I don't think we can transfer items to different characters. What happens if we drop an item? Then it's just vanished. Slime. Can we really not move any items between characters? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Oh. Oh, she's dead. Why is she dead? Oops. I am not sure. Maybe that was the ending of the last... Okay. And we will not be able to do anything here. So... Flee! You couldn't escape. Flee! Victory! Oh yeah. Okay. Open. Nope. Open. Fire trap. But... None. Open. This is broken. Starving. And this is already taking away hit points. If you're not... I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. Flee. Escaped. Fainting. Well, we will find out what happens if we are dead. We haven't even found a cooking station yet. Maybe that was the wrong side of the dungeon. And we should have taken the other side. I want to open the door. I can't. Maybe because we are essentially dead and it's checking something different. Okay. Let me restart the game. And here we are again. It will just take a second. Yeah. So we went into that direction, which didn't work out. But unfortunately, this direction is blocked, so we can't do anything there. Okay, so we only have this one option. Now we do have less enemies at least. Attack, hide, spells, firebolt. Attack. Hide can fail. Victory. Nah, it's... if we don't even get XP from these combats, it makes these, in my opinion, very annoying random encounters even more annoying or less satisfying. Oh, and we stay in stealth from the last combat. Stealth attack, yeah. Spells, firebolt, attack. Raw mushroom. Okay, let's take if we can't move items, let's take everything with the first character. Open. Now we are back to the chest. Try to pick the lock. Spam this. Take... well, this is just garbage then. Let's take it with that character. Okay, we should not go into this room next time. Because that's just wasted time. And... yeah, that didn't work. And she's dead already. Hiding didn't work. Okay. Was there a way to rest or something? I don't think so. And... yeah... nah... Flee! You couldn't escape. And we're dead. Okay. Let's restart the game. Next try. Okay. So we really try to minimize movement now to not trigger any random encounters and to not use up our food. And I think I had lots of failed attempts with hiding, so it doesn't seem to be worth it. And I will just do normal attacks. Okay, mushroom. So this thing, this room here was unnecessary, so we will not go in there. This might potentially be broken, so we will not go in there. And this one we cannot survive, so I will flee, or try to flee, and maybe we will just die. Escaped. Okay. Open. Open. Okay, we can do that. But we are already starving and yeah, so these cannot be opened, right? I can't click on anything, and pressing E also doesn't do anything, so that's thin wall. Okay, starving. Dead end. Fainting, fainting, fainting. But at that point we don't even lose hit points. Ah, an abandoned camp! There's cooking equipment too! Oh, cool, I'm starving. Let's be careful, we don't know who built this camp. There should be monster around. Then suddenly a dwarf with a shaggy look appeared out of nowhere. Hello, fellow adventurers. My name is Mario. I am a world-renowned chef. I can cook delicious dishes from those monsters if you wish. Well met, Mario. These are my companions, Lupin and Dilit. Heya. Hey, very pleased to meet you. So you guys are hungry, huh? Let me see what you have. I see, not bad. I know some recipes which I can cook some fine dishes with these ingredients. Excellent. What do you say you join our party? I would love to join you, but what do your friends think? I think that would be great. Yeah, we can use a good cook. Alright, then it's settled. Welcome to the party. Mario joined the party. Okay. And how okay. And Mario is supposed to get Unknown recipe. Terrible. HP. Cook. Burnt stew. Arnold. Or let's give it to Didlit. I mean, there's an icon missing. No, okay. Use. I'm not didn't do anything. And we cannot even survive that, so flee. Flee. Dead. Escaped. Open. Fire trap triggers. The party takes damage. Nothing in this room. And we can't move further here. I'm not sure, maybe I'm missing something with these locked doors. Hungry! This was empty. Party was surprised, but... And we are dying. Escaped. Okay. Very dark here. We can only move... there. I don't see anything. Let's put... What? I'm not sure who's attacking. Oh, he has no hit points, but he can still attack. Take mushroom. Okay. Open. Press E to unlock. Requires a specific key. Now, where do we get that key? 2 of them. Flee! Escaped. Painting. Yeah, very, very, very dark. Oh, there's a chest, a crate. Maybe we can... Monster bait. Mario. So, what's that? No idea. Let's use that. I mean, maybe that's for taking aggro. But, I mean, these groups here are insane, so I don't know how you are supposed to do anything. I guess because of the fleeing, I mean, there are basically 2 issues then. The enemy encounters, no, we are coming from this direction. The enemy encounters, they are not balanced to what the party can handle. They seem to be completely random, so you might face enemies right away, which will kill you. And the second issue is that fighting them also, like fighting smaller groups, also can lead to nothing. Because the if they flee, you basically lose everything. Right? I mean, you do not get the loot, and you also do not get the experience. Okay, defeated. But even defeating like multiple groups to okay, if they attack individually, that's fine. Then we might be able to do it, but even then it might be a problematic. Okay. More slime, please. So this door, I will. And now we are screwed already. Flee. Okay, escaped. This door, open. Yeah, this door is broken. Flee. Couldn't escape. Flee. Couldn't escape. Flee. But that's the issue with random encounters. Basically we got punished for checking out that door. Yeah, I can already restart. Let me have a look at the page and see if there's anything I'm missing. 1 second. Doesn't look like I missed. Doesn't look like I missed anything. I'm just restarting now. So I will just give it a couple more tries and see if we can find a bit more. Couldn't escape. And I can just restart at that point. Okay. Yeah, let's see if how far we can come with maybe, yeah, a couple of tries. The first either needs to be like we need to be able to flee right away, or maybe single attacks. Maybe we can even get a level up, but this is so down to luck essentially. We would need to find, and it seems like you cannot replenish the health bar at all. So we would need, nice, to get like multiple single, or maybe 2 enemies might also still work. Open. And I guess once we have the dwarf in the party, this will also help to not die. And this, yes, might be bugged. That's 4, and we need to flee. And now if we can't flee for 2 or 3 turns, couldn't escape, we basically need to restart already. Couldn't escape. No. Okay, let's restart. Because at that point we are dead anyways. So next try. Too many. Next try. Luckily, the game loads quickly. And 1 enemy. Take. Alright. Alright. To the door. Open. 3. We might have the issue now. Let's fight. But I guess that our party will be basically dead and the enemies will be fleeing. Maybe we do get damage for the killed one. Damage experience. We do. Okay. So at least we don't lose everything. We just lose quite a lot. Okay. We are still alive. And we almost got to the dwarf. And first one is down. Maybe we even get a free heal after level up. But we are only halfway there, so... okay, now I don't remember which... Ah, nice. I don't remember which door we need to go to. But, I mean, you can also see that the frequency is insane of these random encounters. Open. Oh, this is just an empty... And flee. Oh, escaped. That was unexpected. Okay, let's try and get to the dwarf. So yeah, starving doesn't do anything apparently. And this is okay. Wasted steps. Flee. Couldn't escape. Toast. Couldn't escape. Escaped. Okay. Okay, so we have another character now. I mean, it was saying that we could get newer recipes or something, but let's just cook that. And but I don't think so. He has 18 right now, and nothing. And yeah, this is not replenishing anything, so this is basically a dead end. And I mean, now we have only one character. I think with a stealth that was also incorrectly going to that character. Okay. 9 XP. Yeah, and that's closed. And party was surprised. And party was killed. And your party has perished. Yeah, and with that, I think we have seen basically what we can reach. You are okay when restarting. Yeah, as it was mentioned, it's more than broken. New text, new text, new text. So, yeah, with the hit points replenishment not working, that of course is basically making it impossible to advance in any way. The idea is nice, I think, but we only really see what's mentioned on the webpage and can't see anything basically implemented in the game besides of having items from the enemies and being able to just throw them in there and convert them into something which we could then potentially eat. I think the stealth was not useful in combat. As mentioned, the frequency is far too high, and the amount of enemies, they are basically unstoppable. And then, yeah, lockpicking the doors, I mean, there was this bug. You need to click on it multiple times. You don't get a feedback for that, but I mean, okay, fine. Yeah, but there's unfortunately more that it's broken than it's working, so it's very hard to do much. And regarding, I mean, the perspective is fine, but the movement is too slow, and these, yeah. What happens if we Oh! Maybe we can play that way. Ah no, we can also not pick up any items apparently. Okay, then maybe not. We also don't get XP. Because enemy can't find any items, that's interesting. So maybe that's for the case when you only have... Oh, victory. When you only have this dude left and he's in stealth or something. So yeah, movement is too slow, and this adds up in that if the movement is slow and the controls are not queuing up, this is worse than both components basically individually, because then you would really profit from having a queued system, that you could already hold the button and then turn, not necessarily queued button, but if you move forward, if I press W now and then press D afterward and hold D, and then the game would check if D is pressed and I turn. It's not, I think, not preferable. Preferable is if I press W and press D, then it would also turn around after pressing forward. But this would also be an option. But not having that, and in addition the slow movement, you are really waiting every step until it's finished, and then you do the next input, which doesn't feel great navigating here. And because of the random encounters, you only go like 3-4 steps anyways, so yeah, there's a lot of polishing needed here, unfortunately. Anyways, thanks a lot for the contribution to the DungeonCrawler GameJam, to Kozure Okami for this entry. Yeah, and if you want to check it out, maybe there's an updated version by the time you're watching this video. You will find that one linked down in the video description. And there you will also find a link to a playlist with all the other entries I've done so far. So, thank you for watching. I will get back to my tea, fitting to the theme here. And I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.